Have you ever secretly wondered if you're just making it up when you get those intuitive hits, or wished you could actually trust what you're sensing and do something powerful with it? Then buckle up, because today's guest, John Hanneman, is about to blow your mind in the best possible way. He's an energy healer, intuitive, business coach, and creator of a process called energy scanning, a method that helps you tap into someone's energy field like flipping on a psychic flashlight. He's trained hundreds of healers to use it to pinpoint what's really going on with their clients and use it to build successful soul-aligned practices. We talk about going from weird kid who just knows stuff to magnetic, empowered, and fully booked. Plus, why your biggest breakthrough might come from finally charging what your services are actually worth without the guilt. And stick around to the end. Daniel reveals the counterintuitive mindset shift that took him from burnout and doubt to ease, alignment, and yes, abundance. You're going to laugh, nod, and probably feel wildly seen. Stay tuned to get into it with Daniel. Welcome to Helping Healers Succeed. This is for you if you're an entrepreneur who wants to make a real difference in people's lives. Despite doing all the right strategies and tactics, something unseen is still blocking your success. You're listening to Dr. Anastasia Chopelas, physicist turned energy healer, your guide with tips, stories, and interviews to uncover the hidden energetic patterns keeping you stuck so you can grow your business with more impact, income, and ease without burning out. Be sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of the upcoming programs in store for you. Welcome back. I'm so excited for today's conversation. We are taking an in-depth look into a powerful method that helps healers, or anyone for that matter, access deeper insights, unlock their intuitive gifts, and grow thriving practices. My guest is John Hanneman, intuitive business coach, energy healer, spiritual mentor, magnificent person, and host of the top 2% ranked Spiritual Rockstar Podcast. He's the creator of the trademarked Energy Scan training. That's what we're talking about today, a system that's helped countless healers and intuitives elevate their impact and income with confidence and clarity. If you've ever felt the nudge to go deeper with your healing gifts or wished you had a more accurate way to tap into what your clients truly need, you're in for a treat. Welcome to the show, Daniel.
Awesome. I'm so glad to be here, Anastasia. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so let's start at the beginning. What is energy scanning and how did you discover it?
Wow, it could be here a long time. But yeah, it's been quite a journey. But in short, without going on too long, I'll just say I've just always been a weirdo. I've always just been able to be connected to like ultimate truth, almost like the deeper truth. You have an awareness of it is what I mean. And to know, okay, Santa's not real. And I'm like 3 or 4, I'd say 4 probably. Yeah, that's not real. Go to the church. They tell you certain things. Yeah, that's not true. You just know, that you know. And it's just always been that way for me with so many things. Now, I could be as deluded as anybody in certain topics, right? But I would always have that ability to just be able to ultimately pierce right through to the reality. And so I feel like I've always been ahead of it in that regard. Now I'm very wounded, inward, shy, other issues I've had in my life big time, but that wasn't one of them.
You're describing a lot of healers I know, right? We're introverts, we're weirdos.
Right,
People
right.
go
Exactly.
like, man, who are you?
And we're not meant to be like other. This is a lesson I keep having to learn sometimes. Like I keep trying to fit in and I don't even realize I'm doing it. Oh, I'm supposed to act like this, I guess, right? And we have to stop doing that. So I didn't even know I was intuitive. I didn't know I was psychic, even though I had these capacities to know truth and to make good bets with people and everything. So that's where it got started in terms of the genesis of being aware of a gift, going through graduate school. And other students come to me, flock to me for answers about their clients or their studies and whatever. And I'd be like, why are you guys coming to me? I don't get, oh, some people just know things. I'm like, what does that mean? I didn't even know what that meant back then. And then my professors also recognized me for that gift. They really didn't like me other ways. They actually held me back a year in school. They said, you're too awkward. You're too weird. You ask too many questions. You're pitting us against each other for the thesis and all that, right? And you're a troublemaker. And you're probably right about that one. But but I'm a little bit of a troublemaker because I want to get to the truth. So that's trouble for some people. Anyway, I have these gifts that I didn't really realize. I got into counseling and doing counseling and also receiving counseling along the way. But ultimately, I found myself in more traditional type of counseling settings, helping chronically mentally ill and all that. Once I did get out of prison, I want to say, but I got out of and they let me out. Okay, you're free to go. I'm like, good. And then my professor says, well, oh, I'd love to publish your thesis. It's so good after they criticized it big time to hold me back. Good. Do whatever you want. I'm done. But anyway, once I got out there and my first job, I got fired within a month. But bottom line is like I finally found like where I belonged. I got stolen from one company to another because I was now in my element, working with chronically mentally ill. People are really sensitive and connected, right? And bring spiritual truth and empowerment to them beyond therapies alone. And then I started doing all the other stuff. I started learning about metaphysics and doing all those things and hypnosis and have a private practice, etc. So
Yeah. So one thing that people don't understand is that we as energy healers have to study too. We have to learn it. And yeah.
Yes.
And even though we have these gifts, right? We have these gifts, and you describe a lot of my childhood. Like I could see things and understand things, and we're confused by people's behaviors. Like, can't they just see that? Like,
Right.
can't they tell it's a lie?
Right. Exactly. What's your problem? A bit cheap. How it is for right?
Yeah, and so what they don't understand is that it also requires discipline and training, because it's just like having a genius brain without the right knowledge in it, it's useless,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. So and you don't have to be a genius to be able to tune in and be amazing at this, by the way. I mean, everybody has the capacity, and I'll talk about that in a moment, but the energy scanning came to me once I started trying to get online around 2006. I decided, okay, therapy, I've been doing all that type of stuff, and I just feel like I don't want to label people, and I want to take this work to some other kind of level. And coaching sounded interesting too, and I'll do that. And I did some metaphysics and bringing channel prayer and doing healing, energy healing basically is that's cool. I love this. So I was like, okay, let me try to do something online. And so I fumbled with it. I had a really hard time getting clients because I am introverted, and I always had a thing like I don't want to coerce people. I don't want to enroll people. And then I started learning about like my ability to just transform myself into people's energy fields. Like it just started happening like spontaneously. Like, okay, I'm in your body. I see everything. Like so these things start happening. And then I was like, okay, how do I ground myself? Though I'm gonna disappear, I think. I feel so fluid sometimes. And so I asked for a technique. I was given this technique to be able to tune into people's fields, see the things I was seeing by jumping into them, but be able to scan their energy, their chakras, whatever I want, right? Just tune into their soul and see whatever all the energy and everything that's going on. And I was given that technique. And then the rest has been history. I've been doing this, since the 2000s, and started training around 2010, probably somewhere in there. I'd have to go back and check, but I've trained hundreds of people on how to do this, how to tune into people, and offer as a first step, into connecting with them. And then they're diagnosing like what's going on with their energy. Then we can do energy work, right? And or coaching too with it. That's how it got started. To answer a question like, what is it? It's just a powerful way to get focused and grounded and tune into someone's energy field and maybe pick up on things that you might not normally pick up on if you're just just, hey, I'm a natural. I just do it. And yeah, I can do that.
I think I heard of you way back at that time. Like, I think I heard of you from 2012, and I saw some of your videos online, and I'm going, energy scanning. And so then I listened to some of your videos. I go, oh, that's cool. So you probably didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, man, the people are checking me out.
But I got what you were doing because I do the same thing, but I didn't call it that. I call it a
Right.
reading.
Right. And we could just naturally, I literally will bring people into rooms and I'll be like, don't tell me you're not psychic intuitive, just do it. Like I'll pair them up, have them read each other like right away. Like I've done that
Hmm.
many times and they're blown away. Like, what? I could do this. Like now they don't have any rooted confidence in it. Like, well, maybe it's a fluke, maybe this, maybe that. I looked at their face, I figured something out, I heard their voice. They come up with a million excuses of why it can't be real, right? So I train them. They get to understand that aspect, the natural aspect. They also get more and more tools, more refinement to be able to really take it deeper and really focus it. And also, again, the focus, they go deeper, but also the grounding. It is possible as empaths that we can pick up on all we're sponges for energy. And so we want to do what we can to really release
Well,
energy.
it's all of that, what you're talking about has been scientifically proven with
Right.
instruments that people's hearts send out waves and that we can feel it 25 feet away.
Mhm.
And that it's probably bigger, but it's just like when
Yeah.
you go into
Around
a
the universe,
room,
we can feel something basically.
right? You go into a room where people are really happy, it makes you happy. If you go into a room where there's arguments going on, it's like it will pull your energy down really quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. To this day, I'm not a master of all my energy. Still to this day, I don't go with that egoic view because I think most people are lying when they say they've mastered stuff like that. But like for me, still, there's times all of a sudden I'll feel really anxious. So I'm like, why am I anxious? There's no reason to be anxious. And I find out someone in my life's really anxious at that time. Someone I'm connected to, and so there's always a reason why. It's just you just have to start discerning like the usual. I mean, the basics. Like, is this my energy? Is this really about me?
Yes,
Or, those type of things
exactly.
to find out.
Right, exactly.
Personal.
Like you'll sit there and you go, am I feeling that or is that somebody
Yeah.
else around me?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. 'Cause a lot of times it's unexplainable. It's like I have no clue why I feel so anxious, or I literally even to a panic attack almost. It's like, and I thought my sister had a panic attack or something. Like it's always something or whatever, even weird things in my body. Like I'm feeling this or that. Yeah, me too. I'm like, yeah. And when did you start feeling? Yeah, before me. Yeah, of course. Often it works that way.
So, how does your energy scanning differ from traditional psychic readings or intuitive techniques?
Now, I haven't been trained. It sounds funny to say I haven't been trained in that aspect. Like I know what trained me in intuition, really. I mean, psychic ability. So I haven't like been to other schools, see their methods and whatnot. But my experience from students that have come in to do other things is some people have said, and everybody's thoughts would be different, right? But like some people from their perspective and what they had already done, like this is the most direct method or it takes it deeper because the methods I'm using is helping you to really go deeper in pinpointing things that normally you'd be like, yeah, I'm just not getting anything about that. Yeah, you can get something about everything. Like, and so like typically I'm getting endless downloads about whatever it feels like versus some people are just like, and I could get clogged up every once in a while, but I'm just saying like usually like I'm getting like 10 downloads or really 1,000. I want to say, but like I get 1,000 downloads for one download that somebody else is getting for example. But then it's like, who cares if you can't pinpoint it, articulate what really needs to be articulated right now? So then learning the pinpointing what really needs to be addressed maybe the most and letting that come to you and focus in deeper on it is all part of like what I train on.
That's excellent. I know my method is like I say that I reach an energy hand into their field and then I
Mhm.
feel them and I
Mhm.
can I go through systematically. And so
Mhm.
I guess I do have an energy scanning technique
Yes.
and not a traditional reading.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you've answered this, whether anyone can learn it.
Mhm.
And I think that we're all born with intuitive gifts. We all
Mhm.
have it. We all have the same equipment. It's just how much noise do you have out here that's blocking it?
Right.
And that I'm sure you have techniques to help them clear that, right?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Number one thing I know, like my techniques are very basic. I don't believe in elaborate stuff for me as a teacher. That's great if other people teach it and people benefit from it. But for me, I like meditate. I mean, it's that simple. Like start with meditation, start meditating and learn to be in that still observer mind and live from that place. So that's like the foundation. So I say, start with any amount of minutes to get going, right? But make it consistent every day. You miss a day, come right back to it. And then ultimately, I like to see people meditating 3 times a day personally, because I think it's like we eat 3 meals a day, some people, but why don't you get 3 rounds of meditation? That's the real thing we want to feast on, right? So I talk about doing three rounds of 20 minutes, for example, because when you do that, you can't imagine the difference it'll make until you do it. Like I've had people recently, I had someone, I don't know if I told you this privately or not, but I had someone like they were ready to go in the mental hospital. They're like, I'm done. I can't handle it. Somebody's working with me. We're getting started. And I'm no, we don't need that. I don't know that you need that. Let's just work on it. Start meditate. You need to meditate. Because you're so connected when you meditate, but you're so fragmented if you don't. So meditate. And I'll send you a clearing and you'll be fine. Was my expectation anyway. And she did that, and she says she's never felt better in her life, right? She's just completely changed. She just, and for months, she just keeps going, I'm so changed. I'm so changed. And so, still
Don't
celebrating.
you love when that happens? I do. I have a little 11-minute freebie. No, it was 14. I have two, a 14-minute and 11-minute. It's guided meditation. And one lady listened to it. And she says, I fired my psychiatrist.
Right.
And
Good.
then
Don't
she
need it.
told me,
Exactly.
she said, I
Exactly.
burned it into a CD and would listen to it when I stopped the car and got somewhere a little early. She'd listen to it. And she says, I wore it out. I had to burn it again.
Right. Exactly. And isn't that exciting, that we have this? So,
Yes.
but yeah, as far as clearing out energies, I mean, overall, I utilize I utilize prayer, on people's behalf. I ask them to meditate. They can pray for themselves to clear out
Hmm.
energies. They all, by focusing on the chakras, going through a prayer. They also can just do basic things like just opening up the space in the chakras, just imagining space in your chakras, right? Going through each one. You can dump the energy you see that's fragmented and blow it up in a box or send it to the earth or however you like to dispose of it.
Yeah,
Send it back to other people, etc. There's cutting
right.
cords, right? All the stuff.
It's
And
all visualization. It's all
yeah,
visualization. And
yeah, a
because
lot
the
of it. Yeah.
subconscious works symbolically, all of those
Yeah.
are really valid. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm glad you mentioned all of those. They're great.
Yeah.
So you've trained many healers in your scan method. What kinds of tangible results are they seeing in their practices?
Yeah. So the number one thing is their energy flips in a big way. Like they go from, I'm trying to get this going, but this, but that, mental chatter and more heaviness in their energy to, wow, I'm just feeling so much better now. It feels so good. And it's because of the way that I'm working on their energy, number one, but also it's the way I'm training them on their way of being. Like, this is who you are. This is the way to approach this in your business, but it translates to their life. And we're going to talk about that too. So that's number one. It's foundational. I always say you have to shift your energy. Otherwise, nothing will change, right? So that's number one. Number two is we have to take a look at the actual results that you want, get the intentional field up strong on that, and start focusing from that place. So when you focus from that place with the good energy overall, it's just 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times easier, right? So everything becomes much easier. Like, okay, I want to do the $100,000, 200,000 a year, or whatever it is, or whatever, even if it was less than that, whatever it is, okay, let's focus your intention on it and just go with good energy with it. And what do you want to do then? What's your intuition telling you? So that's basically number two. And they learn how to do that. And then we do all the other stuff, all the structural things. What's your offer? Who are you meant to help? How are you meant to help them? How does your unique journey and your gifts uniquely serve who you're meant to serve? And who is
Hmm.
that? Get that fleshed out and build out a high ticket, high value offer, whatever. Roll that out so it's an irresistible offer, one that's so good that your right people are just like, yeah, I'm in right now.
Yeah,
Like,
they line right up.
yeah.
Exactly. If you focus on, everybody says, well, I can't just focus on that one thing. Like some people say, I'm really good with migraine headaches. Well, I can't just focus on that one thing. I said, there are millions of people with migraines. If you
Mhm.
focus on that one thing and not just say, I'm a healer and I can
Mhm.
heal, 52 different things, and you just say, I'm a migraine expert. I can help you
Right.
with practical methods to
Right.
relieve your migraine. People will line right up, right?
Oh, yeah, because there's a specific intense pain that they have, a specific pain.
Yeah,
Well,
and they
hopefully,
want relief
outsell a
right
general
away.
pain.
Yeah.
I'm kind of
So,
sad. Oh, I help with sadness. Okay, well, now if you help with depression, it might be a little bit better, right? It's a little more specific sounding, right? So more specific you get, the better. I remember one of my marketing coaches just pounded that into us. One of the first class, specific. She said for an hour, specifics. You can't ever forget it. I mean, it's just so
yes,
strong.
I've heard this many times too.
It's just
Niche down.
Yeah. And so it's got to be done from a place of integrity with, I say, living heaven on earth. We want to
Yes.
continue to buy it. Not that I'm floating around here all the time. We're increasing that sense of vibrancy and grounding our energy too. We're not just like, yeah, I'm all up. Oh my God, what happened? But to try to stabilize that more and get it to be more the norm. And the more you're just being fully who you are, the more everything works. My relationships are better. My health is better. I actually have clients now, or I actually have my 6-figure business, or I've doubled my business, or whatever it is. Different things, based on their intentions, and then also based on action. Do you get inspired and then you do nothing? Okay, then not much new is going to happen sometimes. You might feel good. That's a big change, but if you don't take the actions and, not a
Yeah,
lot of.
a lot of people attend classes and conferences and they do all of the feel good stuff and then they walk out glowing and then nothing
Right,
happens.
right.
So,
And
yeah.
problem there is usually the glow also drops off pretty fast. So it's like a sugar buzz. Right. I think
So,
the work we do tends to last, have more legs.
yeah, so I think you've answered the question of why you believe energy scanning is essential for the healers in
Mhm,
today's world, but you've blended psychology,
mhm,
hypnosis, metaphysics, and business in your journey. What do you feel uniquely sets you apart from others with a similar skill set?
mhm. Well, I'm one of a kind, so you can't replace it. I mean, honestly, I was laughing right now. I think is one of my differentiators. I think I'm pretty funny. I've got a great sense of humor, number one. That is actually one of the things where the real truth is you go to your customer base, it's what do they say? They say he's so funny, number one. He's so compassionate, he's so loving, like so many people are. You see it through my testimony. He's so gentle, he's so now there's other people who work deeply, like he kicks my butt, but he's so loving, he's so kind. But they're also, when I'm on the truth, I can be very relentless too. I'm like, come on, this is the truth, it. Cut it out. I did
Well,
the yeah.
so my reflection back from just this conversation, even though we've spoken before, just from this conversation, you're very approachable.
Mhm.
You're non-judgmental. Even if you're telling them the truth, you're not judging them, right?
Right.
Because as you were talking, you were saying things like, it's okay where you are. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it. It's non-judgmental and that you can go at your own pace.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's
Ultimately, yeah. Now
something.
I usually try to increase that pace if you're going to work with me one to one.
Yes, I do the same thing. I tell them, okay, what are
Yeah.
we doing this
Well,
week?
yeah, but
Okay.
it's a flow. It does go. It's totally like a balance. It's like it can be totally steel and fire. Let's go. No more excuses. Then it can be like, yeah, don't worry about it. Everything's perfect right now. You're fine. It could be both. I play both sides of that because I feel like people need it. People need both sides anyway, and I
Yeah.
tend to have both sides anyway. I'm both. I could be like I'm meditating. I'm just loving my life as it is, whatever the life force, the eternal life force. And I could also be like, let's get some results. Let's get down to business. It suits me really well to just be myself. Like I said before, just being yourself works, but we've been so deconditioned out of just being authentic. We have to have courses. This is how to be authentic. Like I think it's sad, but it's just the state of affairs.
Yeah. So let's talk about action. What's one quick thing a healer or coach could do right now to connect more deeply with their purpose or new clients?
The thing I always say is definitely with meditating and tuning in. I just went over this again with my group, and there are several months into the program, but I went over it again. I'm like, okay, you guys got questions, but honestly, are you asking your intuition? all the time. And so you just take the time to go within and ask the questions. Okay, all right, I'm so confused. Where am I going to make money or something like that? And it's like,
So you're
okay,
empowering them to
yeah,
take
to
to take
listen.
charge, to not have to have a coach.
Yeah, I think it's always good. Somebody who's been very popular in the coaching, whatever, healing space and whatnot. I just had a meeting with her, been friends for years, and she just started downloading all kinds of things for me because we're just friends, right? So she just downloads all this stuff for me. I can't get some of that information. No, some of it I already am like, yeah, I know. Like, but then some of it was, oh, I hadn't quite tuned into it like that yet. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
the combination. So we actually had everybody in the class tune in for each person rather than only me, the guru. I know I will tune in. Everybody's tuning in. Everybody's tuning in. And then they're getting so much more that way, right? So they're getting so much more. And so that's the key is even on your own though, you can go a long ways by always just listening to your own guidance first. If you get
Hmm.
guidance to work with somebody, then you do that too. But otherwise,
Yes.
don't worry about it. Yeah, just tune into yourself. Ask it, but I don't know how to tune it. Yes, you do. Don't tell me you don't know how to tune it. Get still, listen, and what you're getting is what you're getting, and go with it. You'll build the muscle more and more. You just have to trust it.
Yeah, and there are several ways to do it, whether it's journaling or whether it's meditating or whether it's going out and taking a walk in fresh air and just letting your mind go. It will come in. There's so
Yeah.
many ways to do it, to access your subconscious, to let the flow happen. And I think that's perfect advice. So you've helped countless people with launching and selling healing programs. What's one piece of advice you wish you had earlier in your journey?
One of the things that drives me, Anastasia, is that I just realized like all the unnecessary suffering I've had on my path, and all the tears. Really, like I'm a sensitive, emotional person overall, and it just breaks my heart to think that so many people are suffering from things that once you get to the other side of it, that they don't have to suffer from those things. So number one, not having a superpower like infinite intelligence on your side that you're tapping into consistently is ridiculous. So that's why I do the energy scan training, so people can do it for themselves, but also for others, and that we can awaken people from that space. So what I wish I could give more to people is just that. That's why I have a big goal of 100,000 people that I want to give this energy scanning training to or more over time. And there's so much we can get accomplished over a period of time. I think one of the things I wish I knew earlier was listen, be a little patient. I'm a quick actor type of person. Often I can be. So for me, I've had to learn to slow down and just really listen deeply and just come from that full alignment rather than kind of three quarters alignment. Well, let's just do it. And so like I've learned to slow down and that you can achieve so much more over a longer period of time by slowing down. So that's one of the things that I really appreciate that I've learned that I didn't know. But also, I just learned the basic things when you're coming up is just value yourself, value what it is that the person is going to receive from you. And when you value that, everybody tells me it's going to be priceless, right? If I ask you, I said, what's your work worth? You're going to say, probably priceless, right? It's priceless. There's no amount of money that could represent that. So then why are we charging like $100 an hour, 150, whatever it is some people charge? No, you need to up that. I'm not saying you should if you want to thrive doing this work. And to really represent and be in integrity with the value you really bring forth is to be appropriately compensated for it, to be received the circulation. I would say that was one of the biggest ones. And just not to be afraid of it. I was so afraid to receive the money, like, oh my
Well,
God, it's so much. I don't want to take from them, right? All that stuff.
yeah, when I first upped my prices and somebody asked me what did my services cost and I had a package price and I told them I didn't get, oh, that's so expensive. I got, oh, you're that good.
Right.
Right. So that's the whole idea. If you're not charging
Well,
enough, then you're not valuing you enough and you can't expect other people to value you either.
Literally, there's times when I honestly, in the past, it was more ego, but also truth. Someone tell me what they charge, I'm like, I just went from interested to not interested because if they're for me personally, like if you're charging low, my first assumption is you're not of the level of consciousness of what I want to be working with. There's somebody else that's really amazing that's charging more. I'd rather pay more. It sounds crazy to other people to hear that, but I'd rather pay more if I really believe like this is like someone that can help me deeply and I'm guided to work with them. Like, I'd rather pay more. I don't want to pay the least possible amount necessarily. So I think we don't realize people want that. Like, I've had clients I've made, whatever the big offer, they work with me. And then I come back, hey, I got a deal for you actually right now. And they're like, no, I'm not interested. I like that big one you gave me. Like, literally, that has happened. Some people are begging for a bold offer that's going to make a big difference in their life. And so never forget that. There's people literally looking for that.
Yes,
Incredible.
they are definitely.
Mhm.
And you often talk about your sacred purpose. How does energy scanning help someone align with that deeper mission?
Yeah. So what it is, I feel like everything I'm doing points to that. I look at people's businesses as a vehicle, right, to enlightenment and transformation for people around the world and also for themselves. Because there's different lessons for different times for people. There's times when it's like, all right, you need to take the next 2 months off or something. It could be true, right? There's other
Hmm.
times it's like, yeah, you need to do like 100 calls over the next 90 days. Whatever it is, there's different seasons. I need to reach everybody possible in the world. And then, oh, yeah, let's make it a boutique business now, right? And people get confused because they don't understand. You're meant to experience, just as a soul through so many lifetimes, you're meant to experience so many things. And even
Yes.
in this lifetime, there's different things you're meant to experience. So it's a matter of getting aligned with the most aligned awakened path is for you, for your soul's evolution and your deeper awakening. For me, I'm guiding people into that place by, first of all, by helping them realize for themselves in combination with what I'm getting for them what's really true for you right now. And then it awakens them to who they really are and where they really are right now and what's really true for them. And so every step along the way, that is being touched, that deeper space that's connected to everything is guiding them so that the illumination they are is just growing. That's the best way I could put it. Our sacred purpose is to be awakened and do the thing that we've signed up for, right? I mean, that's how I see it.
Yeah, exactly. And you mentioned the word aligned many times. So what does
Mhm.
that mean for you specifically?
Yeah, it's a word we use a lot, isn't it? To many people, anyway. For me, it has to do with really deepening in the alignment of what I'm trying to articulate this in a way that doesn't sound just like everybody else, but where that place of connection where it really does land in your energy in a deep, powerful, magnetic frequency. This is me, so to speak. This is my jam. I was born for this kind of thing. Like that level of connection.
People can change over a lifetime, so your alignment can be different in
Yes,
different parts of your
exactly.
life.
That's kind of
Yeah.
what I was going to get into too, is that because what feels true for you now is going to be true. Like when I first started with energy scans, I want to energy scan everybody in the planet, like energy scans everywhere. And scanning lots of people. I've scanned thousands of people. But now at this time of my life, I still want to do a lot of scans, but more so like on group calls and stuff and demos, right? In depth with that as nearly as many people because it just doesn't feel appropriate. I've already done all that. Like that's not my season, right? I'm here to help other people to do what I did basically. Go out and do your leg of that for however long that is for you. They'll always have the ability to do those energy scans and get new clients whenever they want because honestly it does it opens you up to new clients at any time. So the alignment is just, are you really utilizing your gifts? Are you being full of yourself? That's the alignment. Am I being full of myself? Am I doing the right thing and based on like the pulse of where things want to go right now for me as a soul in this moment? And I feel we do better to figure that out overall by just going within and asking over, I'm not making it wrong, looking at charts, human design, all this other stuff that can help you with your alignment, but the basics, just tune in. You don't have
Yeah,
to
and
complicate
tuning
it.
in, and a lot of times people think, well, I'm afraid of that, and
Mhm.
I don't think I should go there. But sometimes the fear is actually your guide sending you
Right.
into alignment.
Exactly. And you
Yes.
must have heard my thought earlier because I didn't get to that thought yet. I wanted to share about that because it is true. When it comes to alignment, people are like, well, I don't feel it. It feels heavy. I'm not going to do that thing, or I'm not going to be about that. But did you tune in? Did you really tune in? Did you really, really tune in? Sometimes you have to ask it in a new way because sometimes you need to double check. Like even myself, sometimes I have to double check when it comes to your own personal stuff, right? Can get
Yeah.
in the way and make it seem like it's not a lie. When I'm being my most expanded, powerful self, then this is a fit. And then if you get a yes, then you got to take that step. Like, damn, I thought I was going to get out of this. Yeah,
I
because you
thought
may
that fear was telling me no, but
right, right.
it's just like,
Thought it-
we as introverts, I'm also a severe introvert. We as introverts to stand up in front of a group of 1,000 people and speak, and you're afraid of it. And it's like, that's the thing that you have to do, because who's going to hear your message if you don't get up and speak about it? And
Right.
I don't think I want to video myself or appear on YouTube or go online. I don't want people to see me. But then that's the place you have to go in order to
Right.
spread the message. And one of the things I want to touch on that you've mentioned several times is that you said, well, I'm not the perfect, I don't know all of this. Well, we're all works in progress.
Right. Right.
You're just one chapter or two ahead of others,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, exactly. That
Mm,
is a big encumbrance that people have. Like, I'm not ready. I need more.
yes,
I
that's
need more certifications. I need more of this or that. Well, is
no.
that what your guidance is, or is that again a concept? It's always a concept. Yeah, always a
Yeah.
concept.
Yeah,
So
in my opinion, you just have to be one chapter ahead of the
if that,
person that
if
you're
that,
helping, right?
if
If you're
that,
too far ahead, it's not interesting to you anymore. It's just like you said, well, I don't want to do as many energy scans,
right,
but there are people that are just getting into it and going, I want to scan everybody.
right, right, exactly, exactly. I want to create more of those people because I don't want to do them anymore. At that level where I'm just doing all these individual scans. So I feel that you don't even need to be any steps ahead of someone else necessarily because your consciousness, when you scan someone, if I was scanning you or whoever, I'm going to pick up on things based on my own frequencies to a degree within you. Like it's going to happen. We're all mirrors for each other. So be like, it
Yes.
looks like you're like this and like that. And usually not every single piece of information, but there's going to be information that has something to do with me too, right? If not all of it. And when we realize that, we realize again, we're only working with ourselves like every single round. And so like we don't necessarily have to even think about being ahead of someone else. We're just there to help. And
Mm.
either there's match or there isn't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my old professorship coming out, because in
Yeah.
order for me to teach physics, I had to read the chapter and
Yes.
then teach
Yes.
it,
Sure.
right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
So
Yeah. That would be bad. Like, I don't know anything about this, but the book says.
here, let me read the book out loud to you.
Right. I don't
So
really
we
understand it. Does anybody out there understand? That'd be pretty hilarious. Yeah. But I always say the best marital counselor in the world might be someone that's never been married. We don't know, right? We don't know. I think we sometimes we limit what's possible by all these concepts. It's like tune in.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
an
be faith,
emotional
tune in.
maturity. That person has an emotional maturity that you might not have, or an
Totally.
insight that you might
Right.
not have. So they have to have the information, or they have to be able
Yes.
to download it. So
Yes.
they have to get that information before they can transmit it to you, right?
They're step ahead with their intuition, or they're step ahead in another way, right?
Exactly.
That's
So
good.
before we close, what's lighting you up most in your work right now?
I'm gonna go real here and now, like as in today, at this moment, is what's really lighting me up is just the idea of letting everything be easier than ever before for my business, my life, everything. Because I think, again, I'm representing many people. As much as I'm more of a simplified person, I still complicate the hell out of certain things. Like where things could be so much easier for me and for others, I still find I'm complicating things. What's the most simple? I need to just let go and surrender and just trust completely. the
Yeah,
simplicity
it's
of who
the
I
it's the
am. Like,
shiny object thing that we get as entrepreneurs, and we listen to all these coaches and all of the stuff flying by, and
yeah, there's
actually
so
it's
much stuff
pretty,
coming in. Yeah,
yeah,
it's like,
it's
oh, let's do
actually
this, and
pretty.
we got another network meeting today. We got this, and why did that? You got to be here. You got to be there. You got to be 1,000 places. So much, right? And it's like, do I know? Like, and yet some people, I think, buy into it and they start to try to be in almost all these places. No, you're probably just taking a bunch of meetings, and you think you're going to be more productive. Maybe you're going to be less productive. I
Yeah,
find we'll go more with our intuition and the good energy, and we simplify. We see better results with everything. So more satisfaction, probably way bigger impact ultimately, and better impact, not a bunch of nonsense. I feel that's a big place to lean in for myself even more. Yeah, I think that's where everything should be headed increasingly. So there's so many people out there saying just work yourself to death, a slave paradigm. And
that's
I've
what Brian Tracy says all the time.
asked
He's
people
like 80 hours
say
a
like,
week.
unless you love suffering, don't do it. Those people literally love suffering. They'll say, oh, but I'm so proud of myself because I just love that suffering. Like, really, that's what they're saying. And so, unless you're that person that believes that's what you need to do and that you really love suffering, it's not for you. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Forget about it. It's
exactly.
not your path.
Exactly. So, how can our listeners find you and your free offering? Tell me about that today.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't recall all what I gave you, but I know there's a couple of ones that I always offer. Number one, like I keep talking about tuning in. So I do have a free make money meditation. And so I would have you take advantage of that. It's a nice 18-minute meditation that people always seem to love. Opens up your energy, your chakras some, and then you start communicating with your guides or just your guidance overall, and you start getting answers like, okay, what should I do next for my business?
I'm
Hey,
going to download that.
hey, yeah. And people tell me there's some frequencies in there that have a lot to do with a lot more than just money. So yeah, it's all everything's about awakening. So it's a awakening frequency, what comes through. So you've got the make money meditation. And then I always have another preview call coming up for the energy scan training. So I've got another one coming up soon whenever you receive this. And so you can learn about energy scanning more in depth, what it can do for you. If it's for you, which if you have any level of intuition, it can be for you. But, and then I also do demos of energy scan. That is one of the places where I do these group energy scans, and people tend to always be like, wow, I can't believe you picked up on that or whatever. That's a great way to learn more about how to incorporate energy scanning into whatever practice you might have right now or business as a healer, and how that can work for you too, to tune into people and then deepen your healing power really ultimately and have a lot more fun. I'm all
Yeah.
about having fun.
So just for people listening, that Daniel's website is yoursacredpurpose.com.
Yes.
Right. And
The
then,
website, and then they'll find the links for the rest of it, including the preview call.
yeah. And right. And so then the preview call, there's an opt-in box a little further down the page so people can look that up and join that. And I'm sure there's some place in there where they'll be able to get their 18-minute guided meditation.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, Daniel, it's been a real pleasure and totally fun to have you on Helping Healers Succeed. So I look forward to being able to put this out in the near future.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Anastasia. Thank you for everybody who's listening in. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Thank you for tuning in to Helping Healers Succeed. You'll find resources and show notes on our website at helpinghealerssucceed.com. Until next time, I'm Dr. Anastasia Chopelas, sending you golden healing light and success vibes on your journey to becoming an entrepreneur who is aligned, confident, and prosperous. Your gifts are so needed in this world.